All right, guys, welcome to my Shooter Born in Heaven guide. I had recorded one live, however, I realized it was quite long and covered a couple spots that I never really shot from or didn't really have a lot of confidence in. I talked about a lot of different spots on there. So in this guide, I'm going to talk about just a few spots. Let's say 5 spots. I think 5 spots is good. So what I'm going to do is actually start right here. And ironically, I did start right here. This is when I loaded in this raid. This is exactly where I started. This little dip is something you can be familiar with. What we're looking at is this set of rocks. I got to find it. Hang on. I know I'm at the right spot. I just don't. I'm on the other side of it. Okay. So this set of rocks over here, if you run along the road from outskirts. Outskirts is going to be that direction. There is the road down here. All right, there's the stash by the power tower, which it's notable. Like you can actually hide here as part of this. This whole back area is a great area to spawn or to be, and there's a little spot right there, a little dip, so you can kind of get an advantage. But the spot I'm going to talk about is right here. We're going to walk right up on here. I'm going to lay down, and right across from us is the USEC camp. And you're going to be able to get a couple shots here because people very frequently will visit this area to loot. There's lots of good loot over here as well. There's a weapons box right behind that set of sandbags that people will crouch down and start to loot. So look for that and basically watch for that. I will actually put up my Shooter Born in Heaven shots that I got at this exact spot with this gun, with this scope. So you will see those in just a moment. All right, guys, for my second spot. All right, now this one is one I just discovered the other day, just playing around as a scav, and this is up by the sometimes open extract, which in this situation it is actually open, but we're not trying to get out there. What we're looking at is this tank right here, and you can get up on this tank. Now, there's a couple options here. So you can lay down on the front right here, and if you maneuver just properly, you can see all the way down the road. Now, people, there's the van down by the river, you know, and there's this road that goes all the way into lumber, and there's the mill base. So you got shots over to there, and there is actually this open area to your right. So you will see people coming down this road sometimes. Sometimes you can even like get a little shot this way if you want. But the problem is that we are actually exposed from there. So what I'm going to do is come right here next to the tank. Now, I'll lose some of my mill base shots, but if somebody goes up into the tower or anything like that, I can hit them there. If they're creeping along the back here, I got the shots there. But I still get my road shots all the way down and then a little bit down towards the car. All the people creep along here. And you know what? If they start walking towards along the shore this way to get up towards the extract, I can absolutely know to reposition because they're trying to get a different way. And I can move up farther to get them there, or I can literally just back off and wait for them to come over to here so that I can get the shot on them there. All right. So that's what you can look for right there. That tank is amazing. This is my new favorite spot. I expect I'm going to be laying down on the side of this a good bit for some fun shots. The only downside is that there's not a lot of people that have to go this way, but you do get some angles all the way up to Sniper Rock, and you have some view on, I think you have view on Spine, but it's very minimal. Your best shots are going to be mill base all the way up at the rock and then down the road. And people are going to travel down the road. So this is that's a good like 250 shot though. So just be aware of that. The next spot is actually right over here. This one I wanted to cover. This is all in the same area. If you're spawning over this direction, you can choose between these two. If you realize that some of your targets have moved more towards lumber, these rocks, which are known, this is a known spot, and although I don't like known spots, this one is still very far out that you get covered. Like you have cover from the right, so people in mill base and off to the where we were before, they aren't going to be able to see you, but you have shots all the way through lumber. On the clearest days, you get the best shots from here, but if it does get foggy, you're not going to see anything down there, even with good scopes. But you see the hill right here. People do sit in the bushes up here. They run all along the shoreline. You're probably going to have to get some nice tags on people. They're rough shots, but they're good shots, and you get the whole shoreline to look at. All right, guys. I will meet you at the next spot. Alright guys, so we're not far from our last spot. Over there are the rocks, and up there's the tank, up there, but there's the tank. So we're not far from those. This one's actually right down the road, and this is one I wanted to show. I've always wanted a spot in the mill base that I could easily get a great shot on something, and this actually is that shot. If you come up right here and you're like, okay, well, yeah, you can see the mill base. There's lots of targets. We're targeting something specific. What's the best way to actually get your Shooterborn Heaven shots? You got to camp spots, all right? So what we're going to do is we're going to get in here. We're going to creep back just a little bit to give us some bush cover so we're not like silhouetting. We got some grass and everything. Now, if you guys can't see it yet, let me know, all right? Let me know if you saw it right away as to exactly what I'm aiming at. Ready? We're going to zoom in. See that? That crate right there. So a lot of people loot all the stuff along here. That crate, there's also a med bag and a duffel bag on the right, and there's another crate on the left. So you have a couple shots, but that crate should be about 100 meters. Okay? And if you get the right zoom, you should be able to boonk and just pop them in the head, and that'll be the end of that. All right? Not saying it's going to be easy, and you can even crawl back just a little bit farther, try and get yourself the best range and the best cover. You're just kind of laying in this bush right here, and you're covered all around by rocks. Back here, you don't have to worry too much about people seeing you because, I mean, look at the angle that you're at. And you got your left, you got your right covered. That shot comes out, they're probably not going to know exactly where it came from, so I think this is an excellent spot. All right, let's go on to the next one. Okay, guys, here we are at spot number 3 now. I mean, I kind of grouping areas right now. So basically, next spot that we've got, if you see, we're at the lumber mill to the side of it. This spot is known, but I'm going to give you the angle that's going to be more important for you. So This rock right here, which kind of comes, if you come at it from outskirts, this is going to be your best chance. Come right along the shore, and a lot of people will just tell you, okay, just jump right up on here, which is right. This is all good so far. All right, you can mosey on up. You get plenty of ways to get up on this rock. You have so many sight lines from up here, but this is not where I'm showing you. Guys, okay, even if you lay down on one of these two rocks, all right, like anything like this, yeah, you got great sight lines, but everybody sees you too. You got to understand that you're not trying to be seen whenever you're doing this. All right, you want to be as incognito as possible. So that's why we're actually going back down. And we're going to come down to this little niche right here. So you can shoot back towards outskirts. You're probably not going to have too many shots that you need to take towards that. These trees are going to block your view. But up here is where it really helps. All right. You have shots towards the bush across the way. People often will snipe from. The whole shoreline that people come across. And then up in the trees up here and the road that people will be crossing across to get towards the exfil up there, or to come down and across all this. All right, this is your spot. Now you have a couple shots that you can take up towards Sniper Scav Rock and all that. If you do hear some shots up from that way, you can like take a peek, take a shot. You're very, very hidden because of the trees in the way. You're not going to see you very easily down here. All right, but basically, this is your spot right here. Your head is just barely exposed, and it's perfect. It's perfect to get a shot on these without them being able to easily shoot you back. You can just easily duck right behind cover so that guy can't see you. You can pink and then go like this. Wait a little bit. He's not going to know where it came from. He's not going to know, guys. He's not going to know. All right. So this is one of my favorite spots. This is actually where I got all three of the bolt action kills from whenever I did that last wipe. Very, very good. You can chase shots over to lumber if you want. Come down off of here and go over towards lumber and chase, but I don't suggest it. So, all right, let's head over to our next spot. All right, guys. Now, this is actually going to be my final spot of the video. So if you've gotten this far, I want to thank you very much. And make sure you're hitting the subscribe button. Come follow me and watch me on Twitch. I stream various different times, but usually at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And basically my schedule's there. It's also in our Discord, which the link should be down below. All right. So as you can see, I'm in the Sunken Village area here. We're going to make a little bit of a run over this way. Now, with the addition of Scav Karma, it has opened up a couple opportunities to snipe at spots that you know people will be going for specific reasons. So this rock over here is oftentimes traveled to get over to the village to take the car extract. Now, as much as we love taking the car extract, so does everybody else. We're going to get out here on this rock a little ways. All right. If you see, there's kind of this little lip. This is our money spot right here. We're going to lay down. We're going to look this way. And if you guys can see, that is exactly where your shots will be. You have a great, perfect line of sight directly towards the car extract. It's about 150 to there. If you zero, that's fine. If you know your scope, that's fine too, obviously. Figure out whichever way works for you. And this is my newest line of sight that I found. I have killed people here before, not as Shooter Born in Heaven because it was a scav. But yeah, people want to take the car extract to get scav karma. Guess what, guys? You can take advantage of that. So oftentimes people will hide behind the sign because it looks very safe, and they can look this way and they're probably not going to see you because they're looking down the shore. All right, instead of looking over at this rock because they don't think to look all the way out there. So a lot of times they will also like duck behind the other side of the road there, and that's fine. If they duck behind the other side of the road, they're still going to come back out to take the car. So you have a few seconds at the very end that they're like trying to get out that you can like start laying some shots on them. All right. Especially if you get a group, you can get a couple kills in. It's beautiful. All right, guys. And also the fact that you're very hidden here, people who come up from the village, they're not gonna see you. All right. Like they're coming up over this rock and heading forward. Like if I was this guy coming up over here, I came up here. I check the car. I want to see if it's there. Car's there. All right, sweet. I look over this way, and that's about as, I'd be like a quick glance. I'd be looking under here and over here, but I wouldn't be looking up there. So even if you get somebody passing you by, there's a good chance they're not going to hear you or see you. And as long as they pass by and head to the car, you might be able to get them walking along the shore. You got a lot of good opportunities. All right, guys, thanks again for watching the video. As I said, make sure you sub on YouTube. Check me out on Twitch. It's King Silverdeath on every platform. Thanks a lot, guys. I hope these all help you, and have a great day.